Hey everybody. Um, where's my shirt? Anyway, so Travis, my manager today, got a letter. He interviewed a lady that was 87 years old, and if you can't tell, I've already read this, so I'm a little bit balled up right now. If you have an emotional problem and you don't take good to stories or you're gonna cry, don't watch this. Um, you might want to uh, you don't want to watch this if you have an emotional problem crying, because you can't see, I'm covering my eyes right now, because this story that Travis went and got today is why I'm doing what I'm doing for veterans and their families and for PTSD, because this story that he just got from this 87-year-old woman will make you cry your eyes out. So I narrated most of it and wrote it down, and I'm going to read it to you guys. If this doesn't get you motivated to want to help veterans and help our foundation out, you don't have a soul. So bear with me when I read this story of this 87-year-old woman who talked about her husband and her two kids that passed away because of the military. So y'all bear with me while I read this. I'm crying right now because I just read it and you can't tell I'm crying. But I'm trying to make it through this, okay? This is her words to Travis, and I did the best I can to copy it down. 87-year-old lady, okay? She said, "My husband was a good man. You would have liked him. He was so proud to be a soldier, even though many times I wish he hadn't went. He said when I get home, we will get it back to normal. But he never came home. I remember seeing the men in uniform coming up the sidewalk. I don't remember much about what they said. All I know is I lost my sweet love was gone. To be honest, I think I lost my mind. But I had the boys, so I had to come back. When the boys grew up, wouldn't you know, they both joined the service. I cried every day they were gone. Vietnam was an awful war. They eventually both come home. But 6 months later, my oldest was back because he was a soldier like his daddy. 6 weeks later, once again, I watched two men in uniform come up the sidewalk. This time, I heard every word. As a mother, you are never the same. But I still have my baby, and for a while he did okay. He survived and went on and had his own babies. And a good life until the summer of '82. Something changed in his spirit. He would be so angry, then okay. He had night sweats. I would have to put cold rags on his head and keep telling him it was okay. When his wife couldn't take it, she took the kids and was gone. Honey, I knew then I would lose my only child. It was terrible having to take care of someone with such an awful disease. He got worse, and back then they didn't know what they do now. We took him everywhere to get help and get better. By the end of '84, we gave up and was done trying. Christmas of that year, I came home to him, laying in the barn. My baby had taken his own life and left a note that read, this is where you cry a lot, guys. "Dear Mama, I don't want to leave you, but I need to be with Daddy and Bub. This sickness has my pain so high that I cannot take it. Just know I don't want to leave. but my mind says I must. So she lost her husband in the war, then her son in the war, and then her son because of the war. And this is an 84-year-old lady that's, I'm sorry, 87-year-old lady that give Travis this interview. And when the interview was over, she said, I know you feel the pain I do because your heart is good and you all have given this your all so far. My boys would be proud of what you all are doing. Just know you're going to do big things. And she donated some of her monthly money that she gets on her check to the MUDS Helping Homeless Vets Foundation. But that story right there from this lady is the reason why me and Travis, we have the passion to take care of our veterans and our homeless veterans with PTSD that don't get the help that they need and can't find the help they need. This is why we're doing what we're doing. So you guys pray for us, because in 2020 we're going to go across the country seeking out people that need help, and we're going to take care of our veterans. So please, guys, you don't have to donate. You can just say a prayer. But if you want to donate, you can. You can see it all over my social media where I go do it. I would appreciate it, but if not, that's okay. At least say a prayer for us and help us go across the country and take care of people and take care so that she doesn't lose, other people don't lose any more family members to suicide. I cannot help the war, but you don't need to be losing family members to suicide because of the military. And when the VA won't help, or when you don't know about the VA, we're going to go out there and make sure they know and get them the medicine they need, the help they need, and the supplies they need. So I wanted to share this story with you guys. And I have a whole list more. Let me get this right here. That was one long one, but I've got a whole list right here of different donations we've gotten. And all these are stories with every donation. Similar to that story, but that one was long and it was the most tough one. But I'm going to read all these one day to you guys live on here. There's so many stories that people want heard, and the people that have donated with these stories, along with this one. That is why we're doing what we're doing, and we keep pushing. But thank y'all for listening to that story, and pray for her when she had to lay her family to rest, and pray for us as we go across the country to help other people. And I apologize for crying. I hope you guys didn't cry too. But hey, thank you guys. Good night, and keep paying attention, because good things are coming for the MUDS Helping Homeless Vets as we go help the veterans. We have the office. It's if you want to donate, we're going to open it January the 1st in Albany on the square next to David Cross's office. It's 204 East Cumberland Street. It'll be open January 1st, so if y'all want to drop any supplies for homeless veterans, you guys can stop by there and drop them off. You guys want to drop by and donate, you can drop by and donate cash, clothing, etc. We're going to be selling my shirts. We're going to make more shirts. We're going to be selling my wristbands. And we're going to be taking all this help and money to go help veterans. So y'all be looking out for next to David Cross's office. You guys be looking at that window right there on that building that says for lease, because it is ours. It is MUDS Helping Homeless Vets. Opening January the 1st. Be looking out for it. You guys stop by and say hi. All right. Love everybody. Good night.